So, ladies and gents, Super Mario Bros. Has shot past $400 million at the domestic box office, which is utterly incredible. But also, Evil Dead Rise, a movie I have just reviewed, and upon like a tiny, quick, rudimentary glance, I saw it had $2.5 million box office. But no, we're at $23+ million box office. So, good weekend for horror, a good weekend just for decent movies in general. Again, I just reviewed Evil Dead Rise. I'll leave it linked above. If you didn't check out that review, please do, because this is a genuinely good film. And to watch a gross, gory, brutal, visceral, serious Evil Dead film on the big screen was a joy. And something we probably won't really get to see much of again in future. I mean, it's just unusual, isn't it? So anyway, whatever. I digress. Hit subscribe if you're new here, but let's take a look. This is the box office roundup, like I normally do across the weekend. I kind of do one on Saturday, Sunday, and you know, if anything changes come Monday, I drop in there as well. I think the thing to really take a look at here, across Saturday, Sunday, and then closing in on Monday, will be Evil Dead Rise, because 2023 is looking really, really positive for horror, just in general, and again, really, really positive just in general for good movies. You know, everyone kept banging on about, you know, streaming is the future and blah, blah, blah. No, streaming is not the future. And Evil Dead Rise is a great example of that, because that was a movie that was made for HBO Max. It was going to be released on HBO Max. $15 million production budget. And then they're like, let's release that in theatres. And they absolutely did the right thing. So let's take a look. Super Mario Bros. Crosses $400 million mark on Saturday, today, in 18 days, just stateside, just domestic, $400 million in 18 days. Hasn't even released. Hasn't even released in Japan. Wow. Wow. Crazy good. Absolutely crazy good. So this is the second fastest animated pick to that point, after The Incredibles 2, which reached the $400 million mark in 15 days. So anyway, by tomorrow, Super Mario Bros. Movie will be the third highest grossing Universal title of all time at the domestic box office, with around $434.1 million, which is actually behind. And by the way, this is just domestic. It's just domestic, guys, right? You know, worldwide, this film's killing it. Not that it's not killing it domestically as well. But that's behind Jurassic World with $653.4 million. Long live Nintendo. There's going to be so many more Nintendo stuff. And I'm here for it. I'm all in. Absolutely. But the lifetime total is actually 1982's E.T. With $437.1 million. So, interesting. Now, Third Friday is now $14 million, which is... again, not bad. I mean, a 38% drop. It's not pretty good, to be fair. Like, pretty good. You know, in fairness, that's pretty decent, ladies and gents. You know, to have a 38% drop off, not bad. And an awesome 37% to $58 million, which was higher than what Deadline thought it was going to do. So, some distribution sources thought Super Mario Bros. Would take a slightly harder hit due to softer midweek numbers as kids return to school after spring break. That's not so the case. It's not going to be the case, mainly just because it's a 4-quadrant film. People didn't go out and watch it initially. They're going to watch it now. It has rewatch value. It's done fun. It's just fun. Like, people want a fun time. It's short, 90 minutes. So you can get in, you can get out, you can entertain your kids, and you can have a good time. All with fairly unoffensive, you know, pictures in your face. It's all good. Now, Warner's is not reporting the numbers just yet, but Evil Dead Rise, per industry estimates, did $10.3 million on its way to $23 million. Now, I would imagine that's $10.3 million like Friday to Saturday by the looks of it. And across the entire weekend, it will do $23 million domestically. Now, Deadline says that that's fantastic, and it is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You know, they say this, that the negative pickup cost for the film was $19 million. I've heard production budget was about 15, so I'm not overly sure there, but never mind. But then anyway, the 3-day total will be around the $20 to $23 million mark, which is great. That's really, really, really good. Especially considering it was going to be an HBO Max title. I mean, really? Really? Cinema score is a B, higher than the C+, which the Evil Dead remake did. Post-track is at 3 stars, 71% positive, 57% recommend. It's a decent film. You know, we've had some good horrors coming out lately. You know, the production budget, I think that's pretty decent, to be fair. That's quite a small production budget for you know, what you had in front of you on the screen. Honestly, I would recommend that film massively. Now, they say this, you know, they're comparing it to other movies, so you have to find a hook and something that resonates and that's creepy. The masked guy in the black phone, or wicked smiling people in Smile, and here it's the evil mom, and that trailer where she's trapped in the elevator, which was put out on social. I disagree. Like, I think Evil Dead, the Evil Dead franchise, is still alive and well, you know, and it does command respect. It commands people's interest. People want to watch an Evil Dead film. You know, it's maintained in the cultural zeitgeist. So I don't think it's necessarily just that the trailers were good. They were good, but people watched the trailers initially because it's Evil Dead. And that name alone has, you know, a strong calling to people. Now, the R-rated franchise title pulled in 58%, guys. 66% between 18 to 34, with the largest demo being 25 to 34 at 36%. Makes sense. And there's a breakdown of strong Latino and Hispanic. Again, this is just the stateside, so kind of meaningless on the wider things. But I'm really looking forward to seeing where this ends up. I think this will be a pretty big film, actually. Now, Guy Ritchie's The Covenant as well released. It's doing okay. Not great. It's got really good reviews, but it's not doing amazingly. I mean, $2.2 million Friday, $6.1 million 3-day. I mean, it's not great. You know, it's not great, which is, you know, a shame. I like a Guy Ritchie film, so, you know, it's a shame that his film's not doing particularly great there. But anyway, look, it is what it is. I'm really keen to see where this weekend lands up. Evil Dead Rise deserves your attention. Super Mario Brothers, yeah, cool. It's just smashing. It is literally just a smash hit success. So I'm here for it. I love it. I love the fact it's doing well. And I love the fact Evil Dead Rise is doing well. So let me know what you think down below. If you've seen these movies, let me know what you think. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.